All right, so we've got our plugin installed. So now what we want to do is actually start making our pages. I'm going to go ahead and just make the home page. So we can go to Pages, Add New, and that will bring you right to it. Or you go Pages, and then you'll see Add New on the top, just like there's Plugins Add New right there. So Add New, or Add New again. And give it a moment. Yeah, I don't need any of this. But if you want to watch that, it'll explain basically how it works, so you can just choose that, but I don't really need it. So I'm just, for the title, I'm just going to put home, because this will be my home page. All right. And the way that it works is that you add blocks, okay? And the blocks are basically a chunk, and then that can be any number of things. So if I hit this little plus, it's going to open up these options here, okay? And basically, there'll be a thing that says testimonial, or it'll be a profile box. And it's just like a pre-formatted thing that has like a background maybe, or it could be a carousel, it could be the testimonial, it could be all sorts of different things, right? A gallery, there's all sorts of options. But basically you add the blocks, and that's how it works. So for our home, I would like to do a call to action. So I'm going to do instead is hit browse all. That's going to pop open a menu over here. And then I want to actually use, this is why we download it. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom where we get to, not the embeds, the atomic blocks. And you'll see there's a call to action. So I want to actually use the call to action. Click on that. And that's going to add me a call to action box. First thing I want to do is I just want this to be all the way across. So you'll notice that when you have the thing selected, it gives you basically these options here for what you have. And these are just the general, this is like the block settings, okay? So if you go over here, I can go up here so I can change the block type, where basically what that means, I can group this with other things. We're not going to worry about that right now. I want to click on this one. And what that's going to do is I can do wide width, align center, wide width, or full width. So right now we have align center. If you do wide width, it's actually going to go a little bit wider. Let's try that again. Wide width. Why is that not getting wide? Maybe it's just taking a second. Let's try that again. All right, well, I want to do full width anyways. I'm not sure why that was being wide width. That's weird. It's not swapping between the two. Anyways, we're going to do full width. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But anyways, we're going to do full width. And that'll give me some of the options. Now, I can also just click into these if I would like as well. So what I want you to do is just go through here, and we're just going to say the name of our stuff is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a site, because you're going to make a business site when you're done with this. That'll be your project. So we're going to make a business site as well. And what we're going to sell are knockoff toys. So I don't know if you've ever gone on the internet and they show like these different like silly, like basically Chinese knockoffs of where they don't get it quite right. I'm going to make a website that's what we sell, or just the knockoffs. So I'm just going to go ahead and do knock off toy. No, if I could spell toys. All right, we'll just say come and get them. I don't know. And then the button text will be, we'll put in there, we'll just say products. Okay. And then we can put in a URL here. Okay. So I'm not going to put anything in particular down there because that's not, I want it when I click on this to go to here, but I don't know exactly what it is. So what I'm going to do instead is do it this way. I also want to put an image on the back of this. Okay. So I'm not getting all of the settings for this. This is just giving me things I can type in that are already here. And there's some settings here for the block as well, right? So if I click on this, like I just did earlier, well, why it's not doing the other one? It's weird. So we'll do full width. So it's not giving me all of it. If I want all the settings, I can either click up here, or if you click on this, you'll see show more settings. It's the same thing as clicking on this, but I'll hit show more settings. It's giving me the panel here, and then it gives me all of the options. So when I have this selected, it's going to give me just the options for this, and I can change the font sizes of these two, what the text color is, the background option. So there, I definitely do want to have a picture. So I'm going to go to select images, and then I do not currently have anything in my image library. So what I did is, and this is what you should do, I'm going to minimize this for now. Pull this. I went on to the interwebs here. Actually, I'll just show you this way. And I just looked up like knock off toys. Okay. I looked up knockoff toys. And then you can just go through, if you want to just do it this way, you just go to images and then find pictures and then just download them, okay? Or you can go to a website specifically and download them. But basically, you know, click on one and then when it should pop open over here, hopefully. Or, yeah, right there. Then you can just right click on it and then save image as, okay? So just find a bunch of knockoff toys, whatever you want to use. I was going to give it to you, but I think it'll be fun if you just grab your own. So just grab your own. You're just going to need a bunch of images of different knockoff toys, okay? So just grab a bunch. That's basically what I did. So I'm going to move this over. And I have this folder of just a bunch of knockoff toys. And I just saved them all into this folder here. Let me see, view. Let's do extra large icons. And these are the knockoff toys, okay? You can see a whole bunch of them. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and let's make this just large icons so I can see what I'm working with. I want something that's more of a horizontal. So probably either this guy. This one's pretty horizontal. Let me see. We'll go with this one. So I'm just going to drop and drag that into here to bring my image in. And apparently I did it twice. So I'm going to grab this one and delete permanently. Don't need that guy. Grab this one and we'll hit select. And now that will be the background of my knockoff toys. Okay. They do have no opacity, so I can make it more or less. A nice little trick is I don't really like the whiteness of it. I'd rather it went to dark. So if I go to the background color and let's say make it black, when I do it, when you take the opacity, it's going to be going opacity to black. So you can change this, you know, to yellow. So it's like a little bit of a yellow color. Whatever works for you. But I want to do more of like kind of a dark. Yeah, so we have that. The button options, there's a bunch of different button options here as well. So button size, medium. We got round to square. Button color. Let's just go ahead and do, I don't know, orange. Do that color. I don't like any of these. Let's do custom color. Probably should have set this up first. Let's do kind of a brighter orange color. Okay. And button text color, I'll leave that white. And the advanced, I don't think I really need. That all looks fine. Let's see, can I call to action? Yeah, we're going to call that good. I'm not going to have it go anywhere for right now, but you can see there's more options here. So whatever I end up doing, if I'm like doing some changes here, feel free to just go ahead and, you know, play around with the changes. You know, go to the settings here and see if there's more that you can do, okay? Let's hide more settings. There we go. Oh, it's this button. I clicked on this before. I meant this one. Sorry. Okay. So we'll call that good enough for now, just because I'm just trying to get stuff in there. Again, feel free to explore and do more with it, but I don't want to make the video too long. All right. So we have this call to action on the top, which is typically what you see, right, on a website. Next thing I want to do is add another block. So again, I can just press on this. You can also just click up here. That will also add a block. Sometimes it adds a block above. Why don't we try that way, just so you can see it. So I'll hit the little block here, and it's automatically going to bring up all these. And then for this one, I want to do a column, okay? So you can actually just search for it. If I just search, type in column, you'll see columns. And I'll click on that, and it will add a column. And it added it right down here. Okay. It's going to have this pop-up, and you can choose what you want. I'm just going to go ahead and go with a 3-column equal split. Choose that, and it gives me it. Now, for some reason, I do need this to move up for whatever purpose. You'll notice that there's these little arrows. So I can actually shift this one over to the right, and it goes there. Okay, so you can select any one of these, and select them. But if I'm trying to get this whole group, I can actually click on this, and that will go to here. And now I've got the whole row selected, right? And now if I hit this arrow, I can put it above and put it below. So just be aware that a lot of them have that, and there's ways of navigating. And if I go to this, I can make it into a group. And that's just a way of, like, if I want to have this and something else all part of one larger group and then have them have just a white background or something like that, you can do that, all right? I don't need to do that, so I'm going to leave that alone. All right, so I've made this column. I would like to change this, so I'm going to click on this, and we're going to go ahead and do wide width. I'm not going to do full, but obviously that's a little bit too thin, so I think wide width is a little bit better. And now I just want to put some stuff in here, okay? So I'm just going to click on a little plus. It's going to say add block. And I'm just going to go ahead and type in image. And here's image. Great. I'll hit upload. And it's going to ask me for pictures. And what did I call that? It was knock off. So right here, knock off toys. And I'm going to choose ones that are a little bit more perspective. Okay, so we'll go with that guy. Alien Man. That looks like a pretty good one. All right, then we'll click on this one. And we'll add another image. Whatever ones you've used last will be what shows up here. So we'll upload. And let's choose another picture. So I'm thinking maybe action figures will make sense. All right, so this guy's Special Man, because Superman's special. So another thing you would want to do normally, I'm not concerned about it right now, is I would actually make sure these were all the same size and that they all had a similar tone to them. But that is a thing for another time. Okay, yeah, upload. And let's grab another one of these action figures. I think I got a Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I like Ninja Turtles. He's Tortoise something. What was he called? New Style Ninja Tortoise. Right? Even as a sign, it says Tortoise. It's great. Freaking great. Okay. So I've got those in there. That's great. And I want to just put a piece of text underneath them. So I'm going to click on this guy. And then, oh, it does have a caption. Oh, I can write in there. Oh, maybe we should do that way. What I was going to have you do is actually just put this little plus here. But let's do that anyways, just so that we have something. I'm going to hit add block. And this time I want to add a paragraph. Right? So go to paragraph, hit paragraph. And then we are going to have a paragraph block. I just need some dummy text in there. So I'm just going to look up Lipsum. I will actually have a link to it if you look over where there's the directions. And I'm just going to generate some lorem ipsum. Hopefully you remember doing this before. I just want dummy text. I don't have to type a bunch of stuff out. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to grab this bit of dummy text here. Control C. And then I'm just going to go ahead and paste it here. Glorious. Looks great. Okay. And let's see if we can just copy this. Now let's go to this one. And let's go ahead and duplicate, block. Let's see, paste. Anyways, we'll do another paragraph. I'm just going to go ahead and Control V that text. Okay, and then we'll go over here, hit the little plus, and again paragraph, and hit Control V for text. Okay, and I think that was all I wanted to do. Okay, so if you wanted, you can add more to this. Like you could add another row here. So just make sure I click on the bottom here, and then you hit the little block, and then we could add another block, so on and so forth. But this is good enough, I think, for a home page. It's not great, but we have images, we have a special item here, and we have text, right? So that's enough to kind of see how our formatting is working. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit publish on this, and it's going to ask to hit publish again. Just hit publish, blah, blah, blah. We can hit view page if we want. I'm going to middle mouse button click so that it pops up in a separate tab. And then I can actually see it right here, right? I don't know why my picture's not showing up, but whatever. We'll probably place that anyway. All right, so you can see looking fabulous, okay? And then once you're happy with that, we're just gonna go ahead and hit the WordPress button to go back to the dashboard, all right? And now you'll see we have home, and we have the two defaults that were there, all right? And the next one, we're just gonna add some subpages.